What up, guys? This is Retronic Ice Cat on the Real News Talk channel. You know what the fuck to do. So, this video is about AEW fan saying that Stephanie Vaquer, La Primera, is an evil person. Basically because of the character that she portrays. Do you not realize that these wrestlers portray characters on TV that doesn't resemble who they are as a person in real life? You do realize that, right? You do know that they are acting. That is not who they are as a person in real life. It's no different than playing a villain in a movie or on a TV show. You know what I mean? Wrestling is the same way. Look how many evil villains you have in wrestling, or I've had in wrestling over the years. There's so many. Undertaker, Kane, the Demon Finn Balor, Papa Shango, Killer Cross, Aleister Black, Ministry of Darkness, The Brood. I can go on and on. So many demonic characters. But you ain't got nothing to say about those ones. But you want to nitpick and choose who you want to say is evil and who's not. Get the fuck out of here. That is diabolical. That's diabolical as fuck. Because number one, you don't know Stephanie Vaquer from nowhere other than the TV. And number two, who the fuck are you to judge anybody? If she's evil, then what the fuck are you? Who are you? So you're a saint, right? You do no wrong. You haven't offended nobody. You don't commit sin. You've never committed sin in your life. You live sin-free. What you said about Stephanie Vaquer being an evil person, that's diabolical. It's diabolical for real, for real. Because you don't say the same about some of these false prophets, these fake pastors in the churches that be preaching God, Jesus Christ and whatnot, but they'll be the same ones that be doing sick shit behind closed doors to their fellow church members. You don't say nothing about that. You ain't got nothing to say about that. But you got something to say about Stephanie Vaquer. You see, we live in a judgmental world. We live in a very judgmental and hypocritical world. Just because somebody plays an evil person on TV doesn't mean they are that way in real life. Same way a person could play an angelic person, a good person on TV, but they could be the nastiest people on earth in real life. Do you know how many wrestlers that play good guys on TV turn out to be some of the nastiest people, according to certain fans, when they come across them? They are some of the worst people. And you'd be like, what the fuck? I thought this person was genuine. I thought this person was nice. Nah, they were just playing a character. Just like how you could meet someone that plays a dark, evil person, bad person on TV, but they can come across as some of the nicest people you will ever meet. If you get to know them, that is. They're nothing like their character. But I'm not saying that the character that they play on TV, I'm not saying that they're definitely not like that in real life, because you don't know. You don't always know. Some of them might be like that. You never know. But for the most part, they're not really like that. You're just saying that because you don't like the person. You're just saying that Stephanie Vaquer is evil because you don't like her for whatever reason. That's why you're nitpicking. But you ain't got the same energy for the men that do that same shit because you're a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I believe that Stephanie Vaquer is a nice person. She seems like it anyway. But people need to stop being judgmental because you don't know her personally. You've never broke bread with her. You never grew up with her. So who the hell are you to say that she's evil? You're judging based on their outer appearance, basically. You understand? Because you don't have the same energy for these so-called fake pastors in these churches. that be doing some of the most sadistic shit behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? You could be sitting next to a sick motherfucker in the church as well. You don't know who you're sitting next to when you go to some of these churches. Not all churches, but a lot of churches are like that. You have a lot of evil, demonic people that come like wolves in sheep clothing. You sit next to them and they'll be smiling at you, saying all the right things to tickle your ears and that, to make you feel good and that. But deep down inside, their heart is black. Their heart is deceitful above all things. But people overlook that. But they'll rather judge someone based on the character that they portray on TV. Super diabolical. Because the person you're judging could be a reflection of who you are. Because you'll be the same ones that'll be praising all these evil characters that these wrestlers portray on TV. So that makes you a fucking hypocrite. So you have no room to talk, to say who's evil and who's not. That's just stupid. That's some of the dumbest shit a person can come out with. Especially if you've been watching wrestling for a long time and you see a lot of demonic characters on your TV. You understand? But people don't think. People are too judgmental. But shout out to Stephanie Vaquer. You know, recently she been held with a lot of hate by a fan that was stalking her and harassing her while she was trying to get from A to B as well. Give the girl a break, man. She's doing her thing. What are you doing? She's making money. You're just a hater. You just have pure hate in your heart. You have pure hate. But yeah, man. I don't really have much to say, but yeah. People nowadays, I don't know. They're just full of shit. Because their life sucks. So they want to look for an excuse to hate on somebody and nitpick. Stupid, dumb people, man. For real, for real. And probably the reason why you're saying all of those things is because Stephanie Vaquer never signed with AEW. She was there temporarily through CMLL that is partnered with AEW. So you're just hating and just being critical because Stephanie Vaquer simply never signed with AEW. And she had one match. I feel like she had a couple of matches in AEW, if I'm not mistaken. I know she had a match with Mercedes Moné. What's that pay-per-view? Forbidden Door. Just a couple of years ago. And because she wanted to join the WWE, you're just hating. You have no real legit reason to hate, but you just want to hate simply because you don't like her. Not because of the gimmick that she plays on TV. It's because you don't like her personally. Which makes you a fake motherfucker. So really and truly, you should just shut the fuck up. I've got nothing else to say other than what I've just said. Because there's not much to say on this situation. It's just a dumb, ignorant fan nitpicking and trying to put a wrestler down simply because they portray a character on TV. But yeah, man. Say no more. I ain't got nothing more to say. This is the Retro Kid, Retronic Ice Cat on the Real News Talk channel. Shout out to Stephanie Vaquer once again. And I wish her all the best in her upcoming match against Liv Morgan at WrestleMania 42. Because those two are going to smash up the place. No doubt about it. And I hope that Liv Morgan will be healthy enough to compete at WrestleMania 2. So, enough respect to those two. Until my next video, stay blessed, keep it 100. Peace.